Everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you from downtown Manila at 6 a.m. in the morning. Who else gets up at 6 a.m.? I do, guys. I do what it takes. And many of you won't do what it takes. So get out of your own way and do what it takes. I got an awesome guest today, and she's very valuable to many of you. And I'm going to tell you a bit more about her. I hope I get her name right. Her name is Cindy Ballaro. And Cindy is a publisher and she's very unusual. She's a multi-preneur. That's a new one on me. Multi-preneur. It's like, I'm a multi-preneur. I do about 50 things at once. You know?
Right.
So I just try and do my best.
Right.
A company name is, beautiful name, Sunflower House Publishing. What do you think she does, guys? Can anyone guess? She's in the publishing industry. And she's been doing this for quite some time, but seriously for the last 4 years. Brief description, Cindy is a founder of Sunflower House Publishing, where she helps authors turn their ideas and manuscripts into finished books on Amazon. Now, how simple is that, guys? And it's so, what she does is so simple. Just follow the steps, guys, like paint by numbers, right? Her latest venture, the Sunflower New Author Club, SNAC for short, is her signature program and supportive community designed to guide writers step by step, so no more excuses, through the self-publishing process from the first draft to the published book. So there it is, guys. There's your opportunity. Want to know more? I'll tell you how to know more. Her details will be in the chat when we publish it. Reach out to her, have a chat for 5 minutes. She's a lovely, I've been talking to her off air, lovely lady. Reach out, have a chat to her, have a virtual cup of coffee, and see if this is for you, right? Key achievements or projects. All right, let's have a look here. I published 5 books of my own, fantastic, and 5 books for clients with 3 more in the queue. Right, my signature project is the Sunflower New Author Club, which launched in February. In other words, she's getting the message out there. Her motto: follow your heart and look to the light, just like a sunflower. That's right, and a sunflower needs light. Interesting fact. Music and performing have been part of my life in one way or another. It started with a church choir in elementary school, has continued well into my 60s when I recorded 2 CDs. How about that? How cool is that? Of original music with my singing partner. Nowadays, I enjoy being appreciative an audience member and also helping people, obviously. She's a giver, guys, in a world full of takers. I want you to think about it. I want you to think about a paddock full of horses with a zebra in the middle. That's the sort of lady she is. She's a zebra. My great pleasure to welcome to the stage. Cindy, how are you, Cindy?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. That was a beautiful introduction. I appreciate it.
No, you're most welcome. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your current career. How did it all come about?
Well, about 5 years ago, I was, like I mentioned, I'm a multi-preneur. And what that means is that about every 5 years, my spirit says, let's do something new.
Correct. Yeah.
And
you should.
So I found a publishing course to learn about publishing, and I realized through the process of it that it combined so many of the things and the skills that I already had, from a whole career of different things anyway. And so I first started with, I had been leading vision board workshops, and I thought, I've got all the material here. I'll just create a book with that. So that's what I did. And then I had a good friend with bipolar disorder who was really struggling with finding resources and, making sense of it all, and, and their family too. And so I created a book that was focused on that.
Right.
And so each of my books, I've had a reason for doing them. And so after I'd published 5 books, then I started having friends come to me and say, hey, I have a book. Would you help me publish it? And I was like, okay, I'll do that. And so that shifted so that I have been helping others get their books up onto Amazon. And that has been a wonderful, fun process, great process. But it's also, I can only work with so many people one-on-one because, editing a book and going through all the steps to get on Amazon, it's a time-consuming process sometimes, depending on how long the book is.
Question for you. The average book, Cindy, and providing people take action, that's half the battle. How long will the average book take from conception to the final product in general? What's the average time?
Gosh, it just varies so much. I mean, really, really, it could take a year,
Wow.
but I would say the majority of that's going to be the writing process, the writing and editing process.
Get it out of your head. Get it out of your head.
Once you get that done, right, then those next steps, can really happen in a matter of a couple of months. If you're diligent, diligent about it.
And then basically, guys, Cindy will hold your hand, guys. As I talked about it earlier, it's pretty much paint by numbers, step by step. Break it down, guys. You got a big problem, like eating an elephant, one spoonful at a time. Break it down, step 1, step 2, step 3, and take action, right?
Yes, yes.
You might not feel like doing a step this week. That's okay. Do a step two steps next week. And
right.
As long as you're moving forward. Right. What's been the most challenging aspect of your work, Cindy, and how do you overcome it?
Well, I think that the most challenging has been that I only have a limited capacity of time to work with people. And so how I've overcome that challenge is that I've created a membership group so that, I can have 50 or 100 people in the membership group.
Nice.
And because what they are doing is going through each of the modules on their own. We meet 2 times a month on Zoom, and I provide, answers to their questions. I'm their cheerleader, like keep going,
I was about to say, that's the good thing, because they can follow along. We're all at different stages of a journey, right? And something I'm not sure what to do. Next thing you know, someone's asked that question and it clears the way for me.
Exactly. Yes.
I get it.
And also, I think you're in a group setting like that too. I'm saying to each of them, okay, tell me what did you accomplish in the last 2 weeks? And then what's your intention for the next 2 weeks?
Yeah,
so that it keeps the project moving. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I guess it's like I've had a lot to do with websites in a different part of my life. And the big part was getting the crap out of people's head onto paper, because they know what they want. And I say, what color do you want? Oh, I never thought about that. What's your phone number? Right. Oh, do I need my phone number on the website? Yes, you do.
Yes.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
Tell us an important, I always think this comes to me too. You can't get wisdom from books, guys. It just comes to you. When you're ready, it'll come. And this is an interesting one. Tell us about an important moment in your career where you changed direction. I think it's God's calling. It just tells you in your head, like, hey, it's time you did this. And you go, oh, really? Okay. So what happened? Yeah. What was your...
I've had many moments of that. Probably one of the most dramatic was I had been living in Charlotte, North Carolina for most of my life. And then I'd moved to Greenville, South Carolina, which was a couple of hours away, to work there. And then unfortunately that job abruptly ended, sort of out of the blue kind of situation, restructuring, all of that, that kind of thing. And I had 2 friends who wanted to start a nonprofit in Charlotte. And most of my background at that time had been working for nonprofits. So I knew that world.
Yeah.
And so I moved back to Charlotte, and we started what was called the Respite, a Center for Grief and Hope. And it was a nonprofit organization. And it really served so many people and was, of course, a great need that we have.
Yes.
And so we did that for 5 years, and it was wonderful, really wonderful.
Yeah. I tell people, I'm 77. I know one thing. Generally, no one's coming to save you. So you've got to think about it and save yourself. That means getting up. Once you fall down, just realize you're down. There's only one direction now, up. Right. So
get support. Get support.
Yeah. Get up and save yourself. And that's the other thing. Men are bad at this. Reach out and get some help. Women are fantastic. They network. They help each other. Right. Men go, oh, I'm going to take my bottle and go down the shit and never drink. That's not the way.
Right. It's
You
not.
you got to
It's not.
support each other and get out there and help each other. Ask the question, and the help's there if you ask for it.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
in your opinion, what are the key qualities and skills that have contributed to your amazing success?
Well, I'm going to tell you that I'm a very optimistic person.
I love that.
That's one of my
Yeah,
leading aspects of my life.
yeah, me too.
And I'm also very organized and I like to work very efficiently. So it's easy for me to look at a
You'd hate
strategic.
working with me, I tell you. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, it's easy for me to figure out how to get from A to B and plan it out and then do it. And
Yeah,
I've manifested a lot of things in my life, and
I
it's
like
because
that.
of that. Yeah.
So you mentioned manifest. I saw your picture, which is great. So tell us a bit more about the vision board. I like that. I like the vision board. Tell us a bit about, because
Oh,
it's not on my
yes.
questionnaire here. So let's open that up. Tell me about the vision.
Sure. Yes, I am a big believer in vision boards.
Yeah,
And
me too.
what I feel like they do is, they take all of these things that we're thinking in our heads, like, oh, I wish I could do this. I want to do that,
Yeah,
dreams we have, and puts it in a visual format in front of you. And then from there,
yeah,
you can take action steps.
that's
But
right.
if you never get it out of your head,
That's
it's
right.
never going to happen. So it's like the first step to manifestation is what I say. And
And
I loved teaching those workshops and I loved writing the book about it.
I can prove it to people. Here, guys, here's my challenge to you. Go out and buy a black Mercedes. And on the way home, you'll see 5 black Mercedes. You never saw them before, but now they're everywhere. You think,
Yes.
I thought I was the only one, but they're everywhere because now
Right.
the vision's there. You weren't thinking about it
Yes.
before. And the other thing is, if you see something, you like something, have the vision board, cut something out of the paper. I've done this. Put it up on the
Yes.
wall and say, I'm going to go on that trip to there one day, or I'm going to do this or whatever. And it keeps reminding you, and it almost chips away at you like someone talking to you every day, like, when are you going to that beach? When are you going to do that? What you said you're going to do? And
Absolutely.
these things work, guys.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Just go out and buy a $5 cork board and put little pictures up there of things you
Right.
do. Be it your family,
Right.
put the family up there. That's the reason you're working, for your family.
Yes.
Oh,
And it's so much easier now, even that we have great
yeah,
images on Pinterest and all of that you
yeah,
can even make vision boards on Pinterest with a board. You don't
yeah,
even have to print it out. It's there, but I
yeah.
like the printed ones.
Make it your screensaver, guys. That's another good.
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
absolutely.
it's there every day, and then you got 6 things. Say, okay, when am I going to take action and do number 1 or 2, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Make it happen. I love all this stuff, and I'm an optimist. I often tell people, if I'm sitting on the bed with my last days dying of cancer, I'll be telling jokes and laughing, because people say, "Oh, why are you so happy?" I say, "What's the alternative? You want me to look? You want me to look sad? I don't want to be sad.
Right.
I'm not you.
Right.
You want to be sad. I want to be happy." Right? Happy.
Right.
As I told you about my car story, you make the most of what you got. You know.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
and simple stuff. How often have you seen a kid, you buy him a $100 toy, next thing you know, the kid's over in the corner playing with the paper or the box that came in, right? And you think, what's going on here? You like
Mm-hmm.
the box more than the toy, and
Yes.
it happens a
Yes.
lot, right? Tell
Kids
me,
and cats do that too.
yeah, interesting one. Tell me, how your key qualities and skills, what do you believe they are? Your key qualities and skills, Cindy? Determination, obviously. What else?
Yeah, determination, efficiency, organization. I've
Nice.
always been in some form or another doing project management,
Yeah, you're a giver.
which is, publishing a book is project management
Yeah, correct.
101, really.
Yeah,
And that comes very easily to me, which also then makes it fun,
yeah.
which I think is really important. I mean,
Yeah, if you're not
I've
having
been
fun, don't do it.
fortunate.
Yeah,
Right. I've been so fortunate to really, I have followed my heart throughout my decades of a career. And I've always loved what I've been doing. And I feel like that is so important.
And I spoke to Cindy off air for a little, short time, and she's a wonderful listener. She's got tremendous empathy, guys. And that's what you need, empathy. You got to listen to be heard, right? And you got to also
Yes.
have that sixth sense to hear what's not being said, also, right? So
Right.
listen, guys. It's not about you; it's about each other. Help each other, right? Cindy, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in your field? What's your secret there? You're doing well. What's your secret?
Well, I just keep changing it up. I published my own books, and then people had me publish their books, and now I've started the membership club. That's brand new in February. So that's what my new thing is. My new toy right now is the membership club.
What a legacy is it? And Cindy spoke to me off there. She mentioned one of her many books was kids colouring books. Imagine you reach out to Cindy and you're able to make kids colouring books for your own kids. What a wonderful legacy that is. How proud would you be doing that? Because
my grandson inspired that in me.
There you go. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
What I'm saying, guys?
Right.
I'll tell you a story about school. My two girls, because I've always been a prolific money maker. So back in Australia, I sent my two girls to the best school in Australia, a girls' school, right? Very expensive. And no problem. The money was no problem. Anyway, my daughter comes home and they've given her what they call in Australia a composition or an essay, which is about book writing. And they told her, write about a superhero. So she writes this story. I didn't know any of this until later. She writes this story and she takes it off to school and she gets an F, right? She fails, right? And she jacks up. She's like me. She's like, what's the problem? Why have I failed? And that school gets a bit angry with her and they send her home. And the reason she failed, because they told her to write about a superhero. Listen to this, guys. This is important. And she wrote about her dad.
Oh.
And
who she saw as a superhero, obviously.
The school failed her because she was to write about Superman or Batman or some crap, right? So you imagine I was down to that school and within a week my two girls were no longer in that school. Right? Unbelievable.
Yes. Yes.
Sick.
Yes.
Yeah. And then another one got on that subject. I get off tangent. I don't like to say ex-wife because she's my best friend still. We're in touch often. And my wife, or former wife, that's the word, former is a good one. Wonderful woman. We're together for 16 years and sometimes things aren't meant to be, right? So anyway, we broke up, but at one stage she was getting up my daughter saying, Jessica, you're always bloody dreaming. Stop being a bloody dreamer. And I heard this. I was in the den working away. So what I did, next day, I went out and bought this huge poster and put it on my daughter's wall. And it was Richard Branson was a dreamer. So-and-so was a dreamer. All these different heroes that were dreamers. And the world needs more dreamers.
Yes, it does.
And my ex hated it. But, she was a pessimistic. I was the optimist. I thought it was great that my daughter was a dreamer. Keep dreaming.
Yes.
And
keep dreaming.
Think about this, guys. I think about a lot of weird stuff. One that came to me a few years ago was this. How can a little baby be born, given a set of letters called the alphabet, and do so much with them and turn them into words and wisdom and action just with all those letters? What an amazing thing the human mind is. Think about it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Amazing. How do they put the 26 letters together and communicate? Fantastic.
Right. I know. Yeah. It's wonderful.
It fascinates me. We should spend more time thinking about that. And get me on the track about schools. Why don't they teach wealth? Why don't they give every 8-year-old a money box and teach them how to put some of their money, their lunch money, whatever, into the money box and get the habit of saving, number one.
Yes.
2,
yes.
Why don't they teach about health? Stop all the crap. Right? They got schools, guys, in Australia with McDonald's in them in the canteen. Are you kidding me? Right?
Oh, God.
True story.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So what we've got to do, guys, is we've got to teach health. I don't care when the Magna Carta was signed or whatever. Okay, it's history. To me, that's yesterday. I want to know what's happening today and tomorrow. right? And that's
Yes.
me and my
Yes.
family, right? So
Mhm.
don't get me started. Right. Tell me, tell us, tell us a recent project or achievement, Cindy, amongst your many that you're particularly proud of. I thought the kids' books was fantastic, but tell us your thoughts. What are you most proud of recently?
Hmm. Well, I really am actually very proud of putting all the material together for this membership group.
Mm,
Because
it's very much needed. It's a fantastic thing.
inside the platform, I mean, there are 8 modules, starting off with mindset all the way to upload your book to KDP
Yeah.
and all the steps in between. And that took a lot of work. I mean, there's a video for each
Yeah.
one of them and downloads and all that kind of thing. And then also I'm really committed to providing extra resources for my members. And so I've been, meeting with people who are editors and cover designers and formatters so that I can, with a good conscience, recommend these people to my members, and then they can get those things done by them, because there's some things you just have to outsource.
It sounds very expensive, Cindy, for something like this. How much is it?
It's just $47 a month with no contracts, and you can cancel anytime.
There
It's a
you go.
great deal. It's a great deal.
Are you hearing that, guys? $47 a month for all you freebie seekers. It's almost free. Get out
Right.
there. If you got a book in your heart, reach out. And the worst you can do, guys, here's a challenge to you. The worst you can do, if you're thinking about a book, and it might be 1 or 2 years away, that's okay. If you're thinking about a book, put it on the vision board. But if you're thinking about it,
Yes.
reach out to Cindy. Her details will be underneath this recording. And what happens, reach out. She's a lovely lady. Have a chat to her and tell her where you're at in the journey and say, look, what do you think I should do? And she'll probably give you a chapter or two for nothing and get you started. But start that journey, guys, and leave a legacy. Every one of you has got a book in you. My challenge to you, get that book out there. $47 a month, guys. It's chump change. You buy a pizza. Don't have a pizza one night, and then you get the book.
Right.
It's pretty that
Yes, I'm happy to talk to anybody about that.
There you go. She's a lovely lady. I love what you do. I love your mission, Cindy. I'm going to put it everywhere. Tell us. A 20-year-old comes to you, Cindy. Here's your challenge. A niece, a daughter, a nephew, and they come and say, Mrs. Cindy, what should I do with myself? I've just left school. What would you tell them?
Well, my first question would be, what are you interested in?
Yeah. That's right.
And what do you feel like you have a propensity towards? What are your natural skills? And what is in your heart to do? Really, what is in your heart to do?
Follow your dreams.
And follow your dreams. I mean, I'm just such a believer that this has been my life. When I have felt and, really listened to what my heart's telling me, and then said, okay, I'm going to go for that. The universe has opened up and provided the path. So I'm a big believer in it.
There you go, guys. There you go. Oh, it makes me take a deep breath and think about all that, because it's so true. So true.
Yes. Yes.
And I tell people also, guys, in this world, sometimes your parents want you to be a doctor or a dentist or a bloody pilot, whatever. That's their dream, not your dream. So follow not saying disobey your parents, but I'm saying follow your dream, not their dream. And I tell people, travel. You can get out there when you're 20, muck up, have a wonderful time. When you're 30, you've still got plenty of time to be successful, right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Enjoy it while you're young, guys. Enjoy it. It goes so darn quick. I'm 77. Trust me, I've had a wonderful time, and I still do. But get out there, make it happen. When you travel, you're going to meet so many like-minded people. You're going to be lost in something. It doesn't matter. As long as you've got a bit of money in your pocket and a mobile phone, you're never lost, right?
Right,
you're exploring and you're learning, right? And the other thing I'd say, get a mentor. Reach out to people like myself or Cindy or someone, and take advice from people who have been there before you and done it, right?
Yes. One thing I've loved to, and I've done this a lot in my career, is to have interns. Yeah. And I love that, because that's a mentoring, relationship there. And it's great.
And guys, this is a fact, guys. You learn by helping other people, you learn. And if you learn, you earn. It's really that simple. The more you give, the more it comes back, right?
Absolutely.
They have a giving mentality, guys, you know. Tell me, looking ahead, you're at base camp at the moment, you're climbing the mountain. What are your goals and aspirations for the future?
Well, I would like to have, 50 or so people in my membership group. I think that would be amazing.
Nice.
And, I'm 60, 65 now, so I am looking at, maybe in my 70s, slowing down on the work side a little
No,
bit,
you won't
but
slow down. Not
but
yet.
I but I do want to travel more, and I have a
Nice,
grandson that I want to spend more time with,
nice.
and just enjoying life.
Yeah, that's the one, you know. And you might be the next. What's her name? It goes back, takes me back to when I'm 14. Edith Blyton, you know, uh, the,
Oh,
the author. You might be the next Edith Blyton. And guys, I'll tell you the secret of my success. People have asked me over the years. I've had 5 multi-million-dollar businesses, and some people, not very many, have asked me, "How come you're so successful, Jeff?" And I put it down to 2 things. One, I do a lot of shit. I tell people I do a lot of shit, and I'm right more than I'm wrong. So the more you do, the more successful you'll be. Not everything works, guys, but
right.
if you're right more than you're wrong, that's part of the secret. And my real secret is this, guys. I preach this to people. The money's in the books. I read things like The Secret Seven or Secret Five, whatever it was, when I was a kid. I was fascinated. I used to read. My parents would try and stop me. I was reading under the blankets with a bloody torch. I was a rebel, right? I'd be under the blankets reading books. Loved it. Yeah, had a fascination with books, and they were adventures. You could remember the guys what they called the theatre of the mind. This is pretty much even before. I'm an old guy. Before TV. You know, I read the book, and you were part of it. You're in the journey,
Right.
right?
Right. Yes.
I
Yes.
couldn't put it down. Loved it. And my first book threw me down to the ground. I've read it about 100 times, and I suggest it to you guys. It was called The Lazy Man's Way to Riches. And it was an awesome book. It's about a gentleman who made millions with mail order. And everything in that book, just take out the mail order and put internet in there. It's just as appropriate today as it ever was. It was a great book. That was the first of my many books.
Wow.
And
Love that.
And at home back in Australia, guys, in my library, if you went to my library, I have over $200,000 worth of books, and mainly because I was business minded, on sales and marketing. Right. And to this day, when I read books, it's to collect them, no more. What I do, I write a little story inside the chapter of the book. I look around the coffee shop, and I leave that book on the table when I finished it. So I'm passing it on to somebody else.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great
Yeah.
idea.
Yes. Someone picks it up and goes, "Oh, what's this? Oh, okay."
Right.
And then hopefully I tell them, pass it on. You know.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Perfect.
and down in my local market, which I love in the Philippines, they've got a little cabinet on a stand, and it's full of books. And the deal is you take one and leave one. You probably do that in the States as well.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, you take a book and you leave a book. Fantastic.
Yes. Love it. I love that.
Book, you don't need teachers, guys. The teachers are there right all around you, right? YouTube's a teacher. Books are a teacher, right? So,
Yes.
I preach this stuff to you all day, guys.
And books are not going away. As much as people think that they are, the publishing industry, the books are still climbing.
Yeah. Grab a book, sit back in your favorite chair somewhere, grab a cup of coffee, water, whatever, and just read. And guys, read every day. Read 10 pages, read a chapter, read something every day.
Right. Yes.
Anyway, it's not Think and Grow Rich, guys. I'm gonna write a book one day. It's going to be called Act and Go Rich, right?
Okay.
Think and Grow Rich, Act and Go Rich, right?
Yes. Yes.
I love thinking about it. There's one there. I'm trying to think of it. Let me think out loud for myself for a minute. It's there's one, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Great book, right? But there's another one, how to upset people and infuriate people, which is more in my ilk. I love the humor in that, right? Because it's great.
Right.
Some people need that, need to be told. Cindy, with this wonderful podcast, award-winning podcast, how can our people reach out and find out more about you and your wonderful work? What's the best way? You're doing a great job. I love what you do. I love your mission.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook at Sunflower House Publishing. Yep. You can also go to sunflowerhousepublishing.com.
There you go, guys.
And you can email me at sunflowerhousepublishing@yahoo.com.
Yeah, and a better one, guys, out of all of that would be LinkedIn. And guys,
LinkedIn, it's yes, absolutely.
This is like talking to a friend, guys. You can see it's all lighthearted and easy and fun. What I want you to do, I want you to come on 15 Minutes of Fame, right? And I want you to think about it. A TV commercial, if you had the money, is going to set you back $20,000. And let me tell you, when it comes on, people don't sit there riveted. They jump up, they grab a hot dog, they grab a beer, they go to the toilet, they miss the whole darn thing, and you've blown $20,000. 10 radio spots in your city, no problem. That's going to set you back between $3,000 and $5,000, and they work. But guess what? They invariably play them at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning, as I promised you, when people are asleep. Come on, 15 Minutes of Fame, guys, and what we'll do with it, we'll turn it into a little mini movie about you. And then what we'll do, we'll put it across Quora, Reddit, LinkedIn, Facebook, our Facebook group, YouTube, and our new school platform with all your social media links. We put you in front of hundreds of prospects. And if you're clever like Cindy, you get it every day. You put it as part of your email signature. You put it on your website. You go on LinkedIn and say, I was interviewed by the guru, and you do it again in a month's time. I was telling Cindy earlier, had a chappie reach out to me. I was so grateful, and tell me he just landed $1 million contract 6 months after the podcast, but it came because of that podcast. Get it out there. It's your story. It deserves to be told. What we're going to do is take your story, like Cindy's doing with her books, and make it into a movie. So all about you. Cindy, before we wrap it up, you're a lovely lady. You're a fun lady. What's a fun fact about yourself that most people do not know? Tell us one of your deepest, darkest secrets.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
go back a few years.
I love all kinds of dancing, but I really like belly dancing.
Nice. Wow.
And it's great exercise. Oh my gosh, because you are shaking all around.
Mate, you can't see it, but behind where I am right now is a hula hoop. Right?
Oh,
and
yes.
my girl and I use, and that's it, guys. You want to lose a bit of weight? Get a bamboo hula hoop. Costs you about $5. Get a hula hoop and see how you go. Right? It's have fun. It's all about having fun. Cindy, you've been an awesome guest, my friend. Any last words to our audience?
Well, I just want to say that everyone has a book in them, and I hope that you'll reach out to me so I can help you get it onto paper and onto Amazon.
There you go. Thanks very much for being on the show, Cindy. You're an awesome guest.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I promise you, one of my top 10 out of 500. So you're in the top 10, my friend.
Oh, thank you.
Done well.